Hello, I'm Simon Christie.
And I'm Danny Sparks Cousins.
Danny, what a sensational drive-in last night.
Wasn't it fantastic, Simon? It ended up being a little bit dark, but those creek crossings, all the animals that we saw on the way in, it was great.
And the sunset, the orange on those rocks was absolutely amazing. And that brings us to the Bungle, here where we are today, Danny.
Absolutely. We've got a few walks that we'll do today. We'll check out Cathedral Gorge, we'll do Pickaninny Creek Walk, and a few of us are going up in the chopper to have a look at the domes.
All right, Danny, back in the four drives. Let's get set for another episode of Your 4x4 as we continue our Kimberley adventure. Your 4x4 is partnered by the Holden Colorado 7, Lightforce Performance Lighting, Brown Davis Automotive, Kmart 4-wheel drive accessories, ARB 4x4 accessories, Piranha Off-Road products, Berrima Diesel, HEMA Maps and Cooper Tyres.
Well, Alan, here we were, starting off another day. Drove it in the dark, but what did we see when we get up was that whole rock sort of escarpment look, wasn't it?
Bungles. I think Bungle stands for bloody fantastic.
Yeah, I think so. It has been.
Amazing.
Hi, I'm Andrew from DP Chip.
Hi, Alan Johnson from Piranha Off-Road Products.
Sean O'Donnell, Lightforce Australia. Jeff Newick, Cooper Tyres.
I'm Natasha from HEMA Maps.
I'm Matt White from ARB Alice Springs.
And hi guys, I'm David from Kmart 4-wheel drive.
And welcome to another episode of Your 4x4. This morning we've got a short drive. We're going down to Cathedral Gorge, which is very spectacular, they tell us. So we'll go and have a look at that today and see what that's like.
Good easy drive out there. A little bit of dust. I mean, it's obviously dusty. There's a lot of traffic out here.
There is.
Be careful. There's obviously speed signs around.
Which is surprising, there's a 50k speed limit, but it seems pretty sensible because it does help to keep the dust down a bit.
Absolutely, yeah, I think so. I think once you're in here, it's very flat, and like you said, probably go faster, but follow those 50s.
Yep.
Keeps the dust down, makes it pleasanter for everybody.
Yes, and it took us about, 25 minutes to drive from the camp which we stayed overnight towards the Bungle. We took the south track around the Bungles and saw the locations from different sides. And it's amazing how the colors and shapes changes while you're driving around.
Oh, it's so different. You've got that escarpment there and the light hitting that, the morning light coming through, and it's so different to the evening before where it was like vivid red, and now it's completely different. And it's just terrific to see the park in all the different phases of the day.
This place was only discovered in 1983,
Isn't
believe it or not.
Isn't it amazing? A film crew located the location. I imagine the Aboriginals knew about it years beforehand, but it was established as a national park in about 1986.
Yes. and then now it's heritage listed.
It's a World Heritage location, so it's not just a national park, it's a site of like world significance. This, it really is something quite special.
It's magic. Mainly walking today, just a short drive, but mainly walking and sightseeing.
Yeah, we're on foot, so we're going to take our time at ground level and get acquainted with the location.
The walk out there is not too bad, is it?
Yeah, it was quite good. And I mean, you're looking at all the, I guess, the beehives, literally, isn't it?
Yes.
As we were sort of going in there. Just amazing to look at, weren't they?
When you see climbing down in between them and going into the chasms, it's really spectacular because the temperature changes dramatically, and walking over all the boulders and rocks is just really, it's just a very special sort of feeling as you get into it. And once you're in there, for me, the most amazing thing was that incredible echo that you get. It is really, the acoustics are just spectacular.
We were sitting right across the other side of that big lagoon in the middle.
Yes.
And of course we could literally hear nearly what people were saying on the other side. It was amazing, the echo. It was great.
Now the lagoon was exactly not what you'd call the most beautiful lagoon. It was sort of more like a, what do we call it, primeval swamp or primordial swamps.
That was it, I think.
Yes, yes.
And considering we've been addicted to all these beautiful ponds and lagoons and gorges all the way through this trip,
yes.
it was...
This is one you didn't want to swim in.
No, we turned our nose up, sadly.
Exactly.
Well guys, the entry this week comes from Michael Vernon, who has written, "I love my 4x4 because of the smiles on my family's faces when waking up in the bush with the kangaroos and the campfire."
Thanks for sending in that email. You've won yourself a HEMA Explorer app and a Piranha recovery bag. All entries go in the running for a Brown Davis long-range fuel tank, a pair of Lightforce Venom 50-watt HID driving lamps, and an RFI antenna pack, including an antenna, stubby holder, cap and water bottle. Plus, all fans are eligible for the big Cooper Tyres giveaway valued at up to $1,800. Check the Your 4x4 website for full details.
Holden's new top-of-the-range Colorado Z71. It's tough, scrubbed up.
Exploring Australia by four-wheel drive gives you access to some of the most spectacular places to be found in the country. ARB's 4x4 accessories are designed specifically to handle the harshest conditions in the most remote locations. Enjoy peace of mind when you and your vehicle are backed up by the country's largest supplier of four-wheel drive gear. ARB 4x4 Accessories, the Australian company trusted by off-road adventurers all over the world.
Warning, beware of imitation lights. Only Lightforce performance lighting guarantees Australian made, no leaking or melting, quality output and 3-year warranty. Unlike their imitators, Lightforce lights feature peerless construction, leak-proof seals, impact-proof lenses and filters, vibration and fracture-resistant mounts and housing, and stainless steel fittings, outshining and outlasting their impersonators in every way. Often imitated, never replicated. Visit lightforce.com for the full range of authentic Lightforce lights.
Do you want better performance from your modern diesel 4x4? Then a DP chip is your answer for safe, reliable and enduring power gains. Backed by Australia's premier diesel workshop, a DP chip offers increased power and torque output, better drivability and can even improve economy. With 24/7 customer support, a 60-day money-back guarantee, a 6-year warranty, plus a matched new vehicle engine and driveline warranty, there is no other choice for safe, reliable and enduring diesel performance gains. Check dpchip.com for full details.
Hi, I'm David from Kmart 4-Wheel Drive. And here we are again, once again out with the crew from Your 4x4. Well, today we were talking about vehicle setup, and Once again, we're out here with the trusty Prado 150, which you've seen on many episodes over the last couple of years. Once again, the car has proved to be a faultless vehicle on one of these trips. We're really well set up with using some of the industry's best products. And yes, while we work in the industry, we also have to use other people's products. Kmart, as you know, predominantly make rear ends, but we have to partner with other people to set up a vehicle correctly. And those things are the basics, setting up with, dual battery systems from Berrima. I mean, we need a dual battery system. We need to run our battery systems to run our fridges in the back of the cars, especially out here when you're out here for 18 days and sometimes you're camping away from places for 2 to 3 days. You need a good, reliable, proper battery system set up in the vehicle for you. On top of that, at the front, we start off with an ARB bull bar. We all know ARB, they've been around a long time, and yes, there's lots of other bull bar manufacturers on the market, but I mean, again, we're starting off with some of the best and some of the original people that have designed and engineered products suited for our vehicles. ARB, for instance, I run Old Man Emu suspension underneath my car. We've only recently done stability control tests with their vehicles to make sure that they work with stability control, and they're one of the first companies to actually do that rather than just putting a shock absorber and a spring. It's proved faultless, it gives us a great comfortable ride, and that with your Cooper tyres, with tyre pressures down and running proper pressures out these ways, give you a fantastic comfortable package when you're sitting in your vehicles, especially over 6 or 8 hours like we did yesterday over corrugated roads and highway, putting pressures up, putting pressures down. And it gives you comfort for the passengers inside the vehicle, but also gives you a good quality reliability that you feel trusted that I can pound along a road at 70 to 80 kilometres an hour and know that my suspension system and my tyres are going to be working, because at the end of the day, they're the main pieces under the vehicle that we utilise mostly on these trips, every single day that we're out here. Communication's an important one. UHFs are a must out here, good quality communication so that you can speak to people to and from the vehicles. Warning, when you're running a convoy like we are of 10 plus vehicles, you need to be able to communicate. You end up being spread out over kilometres on dirt, dusty roads, so you're not choking on each other's dust. Other importance out here is definitely fuel. Long-range tanks are a must. By having long-range tanks in your vehicles, you've always got that comfort and that peace of mind of knowing you've got the fuel to get you back in and back out. And if you were to have an issue, you've got enough fuel on board that you can patch a tank or something like that without losing a whole lot of fuel and still have enough to continue on with. For me, I run roof racks. Everyone runs different systems. Some people run full-on roof racks. I run roof pods and the Oz tent rhino basket and on the side there. It means it allows me to put my Oz tents and all that up in there. The Oz tent, again, is proved between that and the good old faithful swag and the ARB rooftop tent on this trip, a very faithful tent. It's a great, quick, easy setup when you get to camp. Like last night we got into camp late and within sort of 20 minutes to half an hour, beds were done, tents were set up, lights were on, and we were sitting down relaxing to a nice cold beverage out of my nice cold fridge. Camping out here is fantastic. Travelling out here is what we're after. Vehicle preparation is what it's all about, setting your vehicle up with good quality products. Australia is world leader when it comes to accessories for around the world, and that's proven in the fact that, for instance, for Kmart, we export to 16 countries around the world, and we're recognised as one of the major bar manufacturers. We're the only people in the world that make just rear bars. Look, the Prado 150, fantastic all-round car. I've had a lot of four-wheel drives over the time. I've driven a lot of four-wheel drives. I don't know what we'll build next time. We need to see what's coming out. There's lots of new vehicles coming out onto the market, and hopefully when we do, we'll be doing a full build on with your 4x4.
Very pleasant walk out, had a bit of a poke around the Piccaninny Plains area,
Yes.
back out to the car park, and again, very nice, they've got tables and shelters to sit in. Had a bit of a walk around, bit of lunch, and the others went off to helicopter rides.
Well, the helicopter flights, what can we say about those today? They were just absolutely awesome.
That's another way of seeing Bungle from above, and it gives you totally different perspective.
It was great. I tell you what, I was hanging on for my grim life. That was compared to I think it was the Jet Ranger that I'd flown in there at the falls that time, which was, of course, out to the door, but it wasn't too bad. This one was just raw helicopter. We took off and, oh my God, I'm hanging onto my, camera like this, a camera phone. It was just like literally flying out there and being there. And I mean, the view, of course, once we got up, was just amazing, wasn't it? The variety is just incredible in the rocks.
Rocks and the colors, and especially because we didn't have the doors, you can really feel that wind towards your face.
It's pretty windy out here today and we've been thrown around a little bit, but man, it has to be probably the highlight of the trip for me so far. The Purnululu National Park is so massive. To see it from the air, you can get a really good understanding of it. Well, the question for the experts this week comes from David Hammond, and David wants to know, should I carry paper maps in addition to having a GPS unit when touring? Well, David, that's a great question, and the experts at HEMA can answer that for us.
The question from David, it's a good question, and it's a question we get all the time. I suppose in answering it, probably the best advice I could give is that I look after the field work in HEMA, and one thing that I refer to straight away when I start planning out work, where people are going, etc., I'd actually grab a paper map and I'd put that paper map on the table where I'm working and I'd plan out a trip. So paper maps are still very, very relevant, and they're more so around the planning, I think. Personally, when I'm out on a trip with my own, I use paper maps. I might spread a paper map out on my bonnet, for example, just to gather around, I suppose, the people on the trip with me to look at exactly where we're going for that day. So I see a paper map as still ideal. Having said that, the digital products, your navigation devices, our apps, or any GPS device that you're using, again, still very relevant. Great for showing where you are on that map, great for displaying the information that you need. The other thing to consider, I suppose, also when you're out there is your digital products can fail. They can run out of batteries. You could drop them and smash them, for example. So paper products are obviously your backup to navigation, I suppose. So again, still very relevant devices for today.
For sending in that question, you've won yourself a DP Chip merchandise pack including a chippy doll, pen, keyring, cap and stubby holder, as well as an ARB prize pack featuring socks, a toaster and a cooler bag. All Ask an Expert entries go into the series draw for an ARB twin motor compressor, a Kmart $1,000 gift voucher for Osbar or Kmart products, and a 12-volt Travel Buddy oven for hot food on the go. Plus, all of our lucky viewers are eligible to enter the huge draw for $1,800 worth of Cooper tyres. Check the Your 4x4 website for full details.
Sometimes the front runners lead from behind, and when it comes to protecting your rear, Kmart are world leaders in rear end protection and tow bar combinations. The just released Prado 150 is no exception, with a bar that is designed to follow the car's lines and work with your sensors and factory camera. For the best in rear end protection, trust Kmart. It's a statement, not just an accessory, but the toughest of 4x4 trips. For more info, go to kmart.com.au.
If you drive a four-wheel drive with or without a dual battery kit, then it's time to upgrade. Modern vehicles and modern battery technologies require smart electronics, and the Piranha Off-Road Products DBE 140 dual battery controller has all the smart grunt you will need packed into an affordable and tiny package. Priced at just $170, the Piranha DBE 140 is the smart choice in dual battery management. For more information on how you can stay charged, visit piranhaoffroad.com.au. Got a tough 4x4 tourer and enjoy hitting the tracks? Odds are you'll need some serious underguard protection and a heavy-duty long-range tank. Brown Davis Automotive offer aluminised steel underguard protection plates and long-range tanks for most popular makes and models. They're designed and developed right here in Australia and have been tested to the extreme right across this great country. Remember Brown Davis Automotive. It's a trusted and family-owned Aussie business and proud manufacturers of high-end tanks, underguards and more.
This week's first entry is this family-friendly 200 series, which took the whole family on a 3-month holiday touring around Australia. Next is this dark and mysterious looking Prado, shown here at Moon Plain just outside of Coober Pedy. From very dark to very bright, this well set up Ranger looks great stopped in the New South Wales snowfields. This BT50 has been set up for quick weekend getaways. This shot was taken on a fishing trip to Salt Creek in South Australia. And the last entry this week is this very tidy Pajero, out on a trip to Lee Creek just before the coal mine was closed.
If you've just seen a photo of your rig and you're the first person to email danny@your4x4.com.au, you've won yourself a Light Force stubby holder and tack torch, as well as a Brown Davis tub seal kit. All photos go into the running for a DP chip plug and go pedal chip, a HEMA HN7 GPS navigator, a Piranha DBE 140 dual battery controller, and a Piranha digital dual battery monitor. And don't forget, for your chance to win $1,800 worth of 4x4 rubber, check the Your 4x4 website for details.
Okay, we're ready.
We'll go back out this way.
Okay, we'll see if we can find our way through. Which way do you reckon? Out this way?
Out this way, yeah.
Where are we going?
To Chasm, the Echidna Chasm.
Echidna Chasm.
We're having trouble finding the turn for it. It's not very well.
Actually, it's very well marked. We just don't know where it is. We'll find it.
Can't go here. Okay, not here.
It's not here. This is authorised vehicles only.
I can go back out the other way.
Okay. Reversing. Yeah, you know where we originally said, Sean, back to the entrance where I marked the corner where the Prado came? I reckon we should head out there.
We'll head there.
Yeah, okay, let's give that a go.
Okay, we're on an adventure. The door shut properly?
We're going to have to get those coconuts from up there.
Echidna Chasm and Osmond Lookout up this way. This is where we are here.
Yep. And we're going to go up there.
Do you want to go that one first and then that one first?
Then this one.
The closest one first.
And we go up here, and this is up to that one. And then the Osmond Lookout's out this way.
Let's do the other one. We've still got energy. Let's do the chasm with the ladder.
Right, okay.
Stop the convoy, stop the convoy.
Go back, do it again, have a shot.
You would have a more shot, Alan.
You've got a relatively short walk up some relatively steep terrain to a beautiful lookout where you can see down the valleys in both directions. You're up over the treetops, you've really got a commanding view of the area, and then immediately behind you you've got the escarpment and the ranges into which Echidna Gorge cuts quite spectacularly.
You're walking actually up the riverbed. Lots of pebbles, so you've got to watch you walking.
And that creek bed path from the car park into the main section of Echidna Chasm is actually quite long, so it really gives you a perfect opportunity to appreciate the terrain from the outside.
There's only two places these magnificent palms exist. One's here at the Bungle, and the other one is 250 k's away from here at Victoria Falls. So again, a very unique part of this part of the world. As we walked further up, it got narrower and narrower and narrower, and to the point where some places you actually can't see daylight when you look straight up.
The light takes on a very, very strange quality to it. It's like a twilight, even though we came in here sort of mid-afternoonish, 2:30, 3 o'clock. There are spots in there where you'd swear it was twilight.
You can actually see rocks that have actually come off the side of the escarpment and got wedged in the chasm itself, and it's just awe-inspiring.
And you're walking, as you said, through this ever-narrowing, very, very eerie kind of place in spots.
Rocks have actually come down through the faces down there, make your way through. Come to a big sort of chamber.
Oh, look what we find here, a little Italian. We're lost for a million of years.
I was not prepared for any of this. This walk in here was sensational. This is just magnificent.
It's a truly spectacular sight. This is like a cathedral. It's magnificent to come and see the formations that are here, the acoustics.
Drops off sinister sauce when the stirring's done. Can we lick the spoon?
And it was gorgeous as we walked out. The sky was rich blue, the hills were bright red, all of the trees in the background, the palms, you couldn't have painted it if you tried, and we sat there just taking some photos and just drinking it in. It was an absolutely a highlight. I'll definitely be coming back here on my own to be able to do it at my own pace at a much longer period of time.
Well, Simon, what a day. Here we are at Purnululu. We've just set up camp in the dark. It's the first time we've set up in the dark, but it was a massive long day.
Awesome day, Danny. You certainly planned out another great day of adventure for us. I hope the viewers enjoyed it. Great coming in there with those sunsets, amazing views. The convoy had to stop a few times to take photos, but well worth the drive in. And I don't think they minded getting into camp late because those views were well worth it. That red rock has really set the scene for tomorrow, Danny.
Sure has, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with what we've got in store for tomorrow.
Now, isn't tomorrow a bit of a rest day, Danny?
It is, but it'll be still early start and plenty to do. It is.
Now, what have you got planned for us?
So we'll be doing a bit of driving, checking out the gorges, the chasms, and we'll be checking out the domes from the helicopter. About half the crew is anyway. So,
did you say chasms?
Chasms.
Sounds ominous. Now, does that mean a bit of walking tomorrow, Danny?
Yeah, but it won't be as bad as what we've had in the past.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Another great day with your 4x4. I'm Simon Christie.
I'm Danny Sparks' cousin.
Don't miss next week's episode. We'll see you then.